wonderful villa, very typical of the villas that you'll see in this part of Darmstadt. Very big. Potentially difficult to heat in the wintertime, but I'm sure that the people that live there don't worry about these puny heating costs, even though they're much higher in Germany than they are in the United States. And there it is, the wedding tower, and you can see an old Russian Orthodox church here, the wedding tower there off to the left. And this Russian Orthodox church was built for a Russian princess who came here to marry a duke here in Darmstadt, a German aristocrat back in the early 1900s. So I don't know if you know, but most of Germany was, most of Darmstadt was leveled during the war, but these are two of the buildings that apparently remained. Perhaps they had some damage and it was repaired. I don't know the history. But it's very interesting. Look at that. Obviously, the state of Germany, or Hessen, where Darmstadt is taking good care of these historical buildings. And there's the wedding tower. And I don't know if you can tell from this distance, but it appears to be under reconstruction right now. But I was married in this building over 2 years ago, and the view from the top, I can tell you, is extraordinary. And this is a fantastic little area of Darmstadt. Once was a great art district here. There's museums on the other side of these buildings. There's some museums and places where there were big art communities in the past. It was a very popular art community way back when, funded by a local aristocrat, I believe, or somebody who had a lot of money. Here is an interesting little park. You can see a type of tree. I don't know what this tree is called, but I've been told that you can find them in various places in Europe, lining streetways, avenues, things of that nature. Some of the old art that was here probably needs a little bit of restoral work, but this is some of the art in the garden. And these are the trees. Very interesting and very different. I don't think I've seen these trees in the United States. If you have, send me a message. I'd be curious, because I don't think these exist in the U.S., in North America, but I could be wrong. I'm sure somebody's got them. They transplant them back and forth. And further, I don't know if you can see from here, but further in the park, and it's still fairly early in the day, but looks like a family's over there. But you will find people playing an interesting game with steel balls. And I don't know how the game works, but it seems to be quite popular. There's no one here now playing it because it's kind of early on Saturday. Yeah, I get up a little bit early, I guess. But yeah, typically they'll come here and they'll play this game with these steel balls. It's very interesting and weird. And I probably personally wouldn't spend much time learning it, but you never know. I could turn into a hypocrite in a few years and find myself playing it. But you can see they've got, I don't know, probably 100 or more of these trees here. Perhaps even more than that. And there in the background again you can see the wedding tower. Well, this is the kind of courtyard to the wedding tower, I guess. It's very interesting, an old part of Darmstadt. And here you can see a local Darmstadter riding a bike. Very popular activity in, I guess, all of Germany. You see people riding bikes everywhere. fact, I'm going to be getting one soon for the summertime because it's just easier to get around town on a bicycle than to get in a car and drive and find a place to park. You can get there almost as fast on a bicycle. And of course, there's the health benefits. And in case you didn't know, gas is quite expensive here in Germany. I'd estimate after the conversion of the euro to the dollar, they're probably paying $8 a gallon, more or less. Somewhere between 6 and 8. It's just a quick guesstimate. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what it seems to be. Oh, it's a lot of money for a gallon of gas. Imagine how that would change your life. The benefit that the Germans have over Americans is the exchange rate of the euro. I mean, the euro is worth $1.40, and it looks set to be going up from there, so it's very sad for Americans because, you know, Germans are relatively, the average person in Germany probably has more money than the average American because of the power of the German export machine, the second largest exporter in Europe. But everyone in the Eurozone enjoys that benefit over the dollar, so the US is becoming a great place to vacation because it's cheap to go there. And sad for us as Americans that we let the dollar slide that badly. But, you know, I guess when you have trillion-dollar bailouts and you're in a country that does no longer exports anything or manufactures much, that's the problem you're going to run into. And there's more of these trees, as you can see. Interesting. People walking, enjoying the morning. Perhaps a wedding party coming out, just like we did from the wedding tower way back when. And you can see it's under construction right now. And they have a drapery or a drop over everything. And you can see underneath is the artwork. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had some type of wedding ceremony today, just like we did 2 years ago. So there you go. Part of Darmstadt, Darmstadt, Germany. Interesting place to live, fun, enjoyable, and very, very different than the US. Hope you get a chance to come here.